working on this project maybe for, might even be kind of a year or more in total. We began it as a research project with an organisation in Birmingham called Vivid, and then developed it here with Media Art Bath in a much kind of more expanded form. But we were working with the programmer from Birmingham, Ben Neal, and kind of talking to him about, we're interested in making these kind of customised instruments. Initially we were thinking of things like having a guitar with a keyboard built into it, or a mouse, or some kind of computer interface, so it kind of works with a computer like that. But he was saying that he could work with things to make an actual standard guitar control sort of elements of animation or gameplay on screen. So we began kind of developing how the kind of visuals should be for something like that.
And we sort of always made music. We started off in a band together, so sort of first thing we met through was like writing songs and stuff, and then started making artwork together kind of from that. And I think quite recently, over the last few years, we've started sort of writing songs again and using music a lot more, like working, especially sort of working with kind of young kids and stuff to make music, to have them make music. And a lot of what we do is about sort of ideas of collaboration, people working together. So in a way, the whole game, like music's quite an accessible way for people to get into something that's, you know, is sort of kind of very understandable to people, and so kind of using that to get people to work together as a band almost to kind of play the game. There's a sort of three elements, like one person plays drums, one person plays guitar, one person plays bass, and you all kind of have to work together to control the game. So in a way it's kind of the opposite of what a computer game is normally about. It's like one person trying to win and score points, which you do score points in this game, but the main idea is about cooperating to try and get through the game more than just trying to win the game.
Yeah, we were quite interested in sort of folk traditions, and they're in part sort of based on things like Morris dancing costumes or mummers play outfits. And we're kind of interested in the way that those are still sort of very much alive traditions, and quite kind of modern elements get incorporated in that. So you might get some kind of mummers play kind of outfits that are sort of fairly traditional for straw bear kind of outfits and things like that, but then other kind of current elements might come in, sort of maybe like some sci-fi kind of costumes, or even like a Beckham mask or something like that, kind of all gets incorporated into it, and it becomes this kind of, you know, is a sort of live and evolving tradition. And we were kind of interested in that, and the parallels between kind of youth sort of DIY culture or sort of activities, so sort of say being a skateboarder and sort of designing your own board, or sort of forming a band in your bedroom and sort of coming up with your own identity and look. So kind of that's partly to do with it, and then also the kind of the look of the graphics in the game, the kind of forest theme.
I mean, the graphics in the game, it's sort of envisaged it almost like a sort of moving tapestry, like it's all made from fabrics and sort of natural materials that have been kind of scanned in and stuff, and then made into the graphics for the game. So the costume, I mean, so then from that we kind of came up with an idea for the title for the game, which was "Same to the Sky," which is the name of an album by a band called Smog. And so the whole kind of sort of stitching and sort of embroidery kind of idea sort of seemed to work well with the costumes as well.
Okay.
So brought it all together for the performance. Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of, we work together anyway, so everything we do is sort of about the two of us negotiating how we're going to make something or what we're going to make. And then I think from that we're kind of interested in sort of extending it and kind of bringing other people into that idea as well. So almost like Juneau projects could be sort of more than just the two of us. It could potentially be lots of people kind of working together to make something. So I think that's something we've been doing for quite a while, working with.
Yeah, that's right. We've done a number of projects, as Ben mentioned, something to do with songwriting and music making and things like that, and had different kind of groups come together to kind of make their own songs or albums and write their own original material. But also, further to that, you know, as a as a computer game, the piece is sort of designed as a game, so we kind of definitely wanted to get other people's kind of take on it and have other people playing it and using it